Hello, fellow YouTubers. Lightweight WC Stop Motioner here. Welcome to viewers new and old. And today I'm taking a look at Transformers Velocitron Speedia 500 Collection Override. Now, I just thought this figure looked cool, and that's why I decided to pick her up. I am not familiar with the character. I know that the character was originally male in the Japanese version of Transformers Cybertron or Galaxy Force, and they changed it into a female when they dubbed it. And that's about the extent of the information I know about her. Now, this thing's been selling horribly. I see her pretty regularly at Walmart. I'm pretty sure you can still find her on Hasbro Pulse. It's kind of sad, really. I was expecting this one to be a little bit more sought after. I mean, again, it's not a popular character, but not a super well-known character anyway. But she's the only other one, along with Cosmos, who's her own original mold. But, oh well, they must have just overstocked her. So for the packaging, there she is, right there in vehicle mode. Side of the box, you have the robot mode. She is right there in robot and vehicle mode. Transforms 19 steps. So let's go ahead and get her out. Alright, there she is. She looks pretty cool. So, let's get into it. And now here I am, like 9 months later, finally getting this figure reviewed. And one of the reasons I thought that it seemed like a good time to review it is because, well, the Velocitron line has been popping up at Ross stores recently. So, I thought I'd go over if this figure is worth getting if you see her. Excuse me. So here we have her in her vehicle mode, and it's pretty cool looking. Definitely much higher production value on this because she has pinned on wheels. We hardly see this, but I always appreciate it when we do. And she can roll really well. Now it is admittedly a weird design with her head sticking up, but I'm pretty sure that is accurate to the animation model. And the interesting thing is that this is a separate piece that forms the fins on the back. But the nice thing is that you don't need to take it off for the transformation. So that's really cool. I really like the translucent orange wheels with the gold in the center. That's really cool looking. It looks a little unfinished on the back, but not too bad. There is some painted red on the back. Got a nice stripe pattern. Some blue right there. And there's a cockpit. Yeah, really nice sculpt and paintwork. I love the looks of this car mode. And I think that about does it for the car mode. I don't really have any figures I want to compare this with. So we can move on to the transformation. She has a really neat transformation. So to begin, just kind of untab the cockpit from the legs here. Then you can split them, fold them down. Just kind of click that into place, rotate it. Then do the same thing on this side. And just go ahead and fold these up and out of the way. Fold the feet down. And collapse this. Just got to get this lined up with that tab right there to lock it into place. Like that. Now just come right here, split the arms, rotate them out. Then just get this untabbed right here. And come here and fold that up. Then this is very interesting. Push this in right here. Yeah, like that. And there's a slot right there above the pin. This tabs into it like that. And do the same thing on this side. Just get these. I don't actually want to fold this down first. And then there's just some tabs on the cockpit right here. And they'll tab in right there, like that. And then this is a little finicky. You want to tab this in, this tab right here, into that slot. I also want to put this slot into that tab, that slot right there. So basically what you want to do is just angle the arm a little bit to get that lined up. Go ahead and rotate the hands. And when you're done, there you have Override in her robot mode. And again, I have next to no attachment to the character. Even I think this robot mode looks really nice and faithful to the animation model. The head sculpt, like the red horn things, kind of light blue head crest, the gold face, and the blue eyes. And she's one of those figures where it looks like they were going to have light piping, then they decided to paint the eyes. So I don't know how that happens. That's just weird. And then you just go ahead and unplug this. And this is a slot for the cyber keys, from what I've heard. I'm pretty sure. I don't have any cyber keys though. So just put that in her hand and then flip these out. I might need to get a cyber key because that just sounds like it'd be kind of satisfying, even if I know what to pop these out. It's cool when they do references like that. She's got the cockpit right there to form the chest. Still got the nice sculpt and paintwork. Got the gold on the arms and the shoulders. Not too big of a backpack. She can stand up pretty well. Yeah, overall, really nice figure that feels very solid. There's nothing on this that I'm really worried about breaking or anything. It feels pretty robust. Now to get into the articulation, head is on a ball joint, but you can't get a ton of up or down movement. She can look right and left though. A little bit of tilting, but not much. Shoulders, of course, can do a full 360. They can go out to the side. Bicep rotation, elbow bend, pretty much just at 90 degrees. Rotating wrists. Waist swivel that is very hindered by the back there, which is a bummer, but oh well. Legs can go forward that far, if you bend the knees anyway. They can go back that far. Can go out to the side that far. You have a thigh rotation, knee bend, and if you pop it out, you can get a little bit more. Not a ton though. Then a little bit of back movement on the feet, forward movement just a little bit, and ankle pivot. So really not too much here to gripe about other than that I'd like just a little bit more out of the waist swivel. Otherwise, though, I feel like he can get her in some pretty good poses. So let's see. I covered the vehicle mode, the transformation, the robot mode, the sculpt and the paintwork and the articulation. I think that about does it for this figure. So I'll go ahead and stick her on the display. Okay, so there we have Override on my Extra Generations display. So in terms of if I recommend this figure, again, I mentioned it, the Velocitron figures have been popping up at Ross recently. So if you see her there, yeah, I recommend getting her. Again, I'm not a Unicron Trilogy fan, and I think this is a really nicely done figure. It's a shame that she sold so poorly, but like I said, you see her at Ross, and she should be really cheap there. I don't think you'll regret it. She's got a cool vehicle mode, a really neat transformation, a nice robot mode with some good articulation, and just nice paint and sculpt work. Of course, that's just what I think of the figure. As always, please be sure to let me know what you think of the figure. And if you like this video, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and God bless.